Hello there! This is hopefully your favorite Mike with definitely your favorite mana bluff, considering there's only one. Here, M14ing it up. Got some picks here, and by some picks I mean just a couple. Immediately take a look at the rare. No thanks, whatever. This will come around. Not excited. Air Servant, Volcanic Geyser, Claustrophobia are the three cards here. The pick is Air Servant. It is awesome. Plus the single blue makes it splashable. I love myself a Claustrophobia, and I love to pick up all of the Claustrophobias. Volcanic Geyser is actually in third place, considering it's not quite as good as, say, a Fireball. We all know this. But Air Servant it is. Into a Water Servant. I'll take all of the servants, actually. Water Servant is just that good. Ratchet Bomb's cool. We'll see if it's something that's gonna be good, say, when Theros comes out. There's tokens, but not so much in a. You're gonna have to do some work. It'll kill their thing eventually, but you'll have to do some work for it. Water Servant though, awesome. Thing is just beastly. What else we got? Well, we're passing a Corrupt, passing a Pitchburn Devil. Maybe the person who eventually picks up the Volcanic Geyser will also pick up the Pitchburn Devil. Someone will pick up the Ratchet Bomb. Giant Spider's, something of note. There wasn't really much green in the other pack, past the first 5 picks or so. Millstone, Ring of Flesh, so decent cards overall. But Water Servant's the pick because it's the best card. And not all too much exciting things. It looks like I might start moving into blue-white flyers type thing. I could pick Divination to stay in blue. I don't necessarily want to do that because, Divinations will come around. Corpse Hauler is good. It's a 2-drop. 2-drops are always good. Capuchin Knight is good, like for the same reason 2-drops are always good. I still might prefer the Corpse Hauler. Blue-black is actually... The times I've played it has not been too fairly exciting, but Griffin Sentinel is pretty sweet, and we haven't seen much good too much white. We weren't at least passing too much white, so maybe we'll see some white. Who knows? But we're seeing a super late Liturgy. By super late, I mean a 4th pick Liturgy. It's not the greatest, but removal's removal. Otherwise, there's a Messenger Drake. So we have ourselves a pick. Alternatively, there's the Ragathan Firecat, which is sweet, and blue-red is pretty sweet, but past a fair amount of decent red cards. Nothing. So honestly, what I'm looking at is actually Liturgy or Messenger Drake. Messenger Drake obviously keeps us in blue, and it's pretty sweet. Liturgy, though, is removal. Is Messenger Drake better than this meh removal? I don't think so. I'm going to take the Liturgy here. Warden of Evil's Isle, though, is pretty sweet, considering I've got 2 flyers already. Kind of unfortunate, because it looks like I might want to start prioritizing the blue-white flyers a little bit more, especially because I've got this Warden super late. It looks like blue is open. Well... No, getting the Warden 5th. That's blue is open. Because Garrick's Horde. Why is that there? Is this green's open? It's super late. But there's nothing else that's even that good. Blood Baron is decent, but Garrick's Horde's just way better. Something to keep a note. Maybe green is a thing. Foil Island. It's sad that that's where I look immediately. I don't want this Cancrix. I'll end up getting them. Dawnstrike Paladins, sure, you'll end up getting them. Canyon Minotaur, though, is quite tempting. It's just solid, and it's in red. Ugh. I'm actually less excited than I have just a pick in all the colors, with the exception of black. Don't care about the Cancrix. I'm probably not red. Dawnstrike Paladin's pretty decent. I'm picking Dawnstrike Paladin purely because it's a 4. It's a 5, not a 7. or 5 not S6. No, it's a 7 for the other one. And nothing exciting. Choose a creature type. Is it worth anything? Let's pause, because then I might just take like salt. Oh, I guess I took too long. Whoops. That's unfortunate. I ended up getting a plummet. That's fine. Actually, I really didn't care. But now we have choices. Caption Knight, if we want to stay in the white. This is 7, so it's super expensive. Deathgaze Cockatrice. You know, I think I'm prioritizing the white for the... And then we end up getting these kind of things. Well, I honestly, even though the group sort is pretty sweet, I still think that these are better. I'm taking the Ring Flesh because it's borderline removal. Encroaching Waste, sure. Strionic Resonator. Don't want either of these, I'll take the rare. Congregate. Congregate. Planes. So we have some decisions to be making. Our blue is sweet. Everything else is a little bit meh. Let's hide the Encroaching Waste. I don't have the ramp yet to be able to start pumping out this. I mean, I guess I could have taken the Verdant Haven to get closer to this. Start taking some mana dorks early. Oh wow. Ugh, Shivan Dragon. In the only color I am not. And I'm probably, it didn't seem much red at all, actually. I mean, saw the Lake Canyon Minotaur, but whatever. Or there's Doomblade, just blue-black. I'd love to have a Shivan Dragon. I think Doomblade is just going to be a little bit better, especially on the mana base. Wow. Nephalia Seakite, Flames of the Firebrand. Nephalia Seakite, it is. Especially Flames is sweet. And oh man, it'll get me. Devout Invocation. It's so expensive. And I really don't see us getting there. But Nephalia Seakite with a mention going to Frostbreath, which would be pretty sweet. You know, and Sangir Vampire. Okay. Alright, so I guess we're getting the good black cards. It kind of makes me a little bit sad that I didn't pick up, you know, that Deathgaze Cockatrice or the Diabolic Tutor the other time. But the Sangir Vampire there is definitely a pick. Spell Blast isn't a card. Messenger Drake is good. Sangir Vampire is better. Hide. Oh look, Shock. Man, this red player is getting gifts. Wild Ricochet. Giant Growth is cool. Ooh, I need to lower my curve. Clearly. Okay, all of these 5s. Oh. 3 5s? Well, you know, we're playing the control game, right? Playing the control game. Nightwing Shade. It's good. Wow. How am I seeing these red cards so late? And these green cards? I don't want... I'll see another Nightwing Shade. Shock or Giant Growth is honestly what I'm looking at. Shock. Master of Diversion. That's exactly the kind of card I want if you're in white. But Blood Baron is going to be pretty sweet. I need to just lower the curve. Blue-black. Let's start getting all of the removals. Or just mono 5 drops. Yeah, just mono 5 drops. I'm not seeing any of the claustrophobias that I'd hope to be seeing. Jeez, maybe the white is just where it's at in terms of better consistency. Scroll Thief. Here we go. There we go. So blue-white or blue-black eventually in the skies. I want to get my oh, the Undead Minotaur. That would have been pretty sweet to have as in my 3-drop slot. But what, this deck we're gonna want to be on the draw a little bit more. We got some decent things going on so far, but oh, If we're able to get up here, I don't see us having a hard time. Ring Flesh, it's gonna just have to serve as removal spells in this deck, unfortunately. Just because Liturgy plus Doomblade, good. Not the greatest though. And actually, Undead Minotaur's fine with me. Bile Rebirth. Is it exile a creature? Honestly, with my early drops, hopefully I get some more. I'm going to be wanting to trade early and often, if I can. So Bile Rebirth might be out main deck. Ooh, Artificer's Hex. Sure. Maybe someone has the Flame Staff or whatever. Yeah, no. Honestly, cut the Aromancer because I don't want someone having it. Is really the only reason. Alright, let's see Claustrophobias in this next pack. Because I was getting cut blue. I don't know how or why. Just Claustrophobia maybe? That Claustrophobia put someone to my left in blue, but Briarpack Alpha, Chandra's Outrage, oh man, all of these good cards that I can't. Disperse the Sweet Mutavault, slightly better? Especially because I think, let me see. Alrighty, yeah, unfortunately it's kind of lame. Disperse is a pretty sweet card. I'll play the Mutavault, and I mean, I'm not going to turn down 6-7 tickets. So. Briarpack Alpha, alternatively, awesome. Splashworthy. This card is good, but Mutavault. Into, wow, awesome green. Rumbling Baloth, Windstorm, Dragon Egg is sweet. Cancel. Sensorially Deprive is actually the pick I'm making here, because these are the type. This is just the type of removal I'm gonna have to need. I don't have any 2-drops, and I'm gonna need them. Ooh, Archaeomancer. I really don't have any awesome. I mean, I have 1, 2, Liturgy and Doomblade to be able to buy back, but Mark is pretty sweet, and it'll finish. Oh, yes. Yes, please. Thank you. Man, there's such good green going around. Jeez, this is ridiculous. Just the quality of the green in this pack is pretty. These packs have been pretty nasty. But waiting for the opportune moment. I'm just sorry. There's no way to get around the terrible puns for opportunity. But if you resolve an opportunity, you're in a good place, and I want to be in that place. Train Condor. Yeah. I need a 3-drop. Gives some of my non-flyers flying. Plus Warden makes it cheaper. And there's nothing else that I'm particularly interested in. And creatures are creatures. We need ourselves some creatures. I'm probably not playing this Vile Rebirth. Claustrophobia. Exactly what I want. Dang. I don't know where all this, who's getting all this red, but someone in red's getting gifts. We've come to a point where I'm picking a Coral Merfolk. Just because I need that 2-drop. Let's hide this Vile Rebirth. Mutavault might end up trading with something. But what do I've got? I've got 2 Ring Flesh, a Doomblade, a Liturgy, and a Claustrophobia for my removal suite. Oh, Sensorially Deprive something. I could do that. Other than that, I mean, my creatures are pretty decent. Like, sure, Coral Merfolk, not all that exciting. I mean, Undead Minotaur's just sturdy. Scroll Thief, sturdy. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flyers. Oh, now this is a pick. Another Sensory Deprivation. Or in my 3-drop slot. I'm thinking another Sensorially Deprived thing. Which is unfortunate considering there's a 3rd. 3 is too many, but I'll take it. If I want some beef at 6, sure, I'll play it, because I do have a lot of 5s, but I'll take something at the top end. And right now, this is what, we're at 23 here. This is an 18 lander, probably. Cut a sensory deprivation, 18 lands. Yeah. Oh, Giant Spider is definitely getting taken away from somebody. And yeah, we'll see how this performs. Really, is what's going to end up happening. 2 Strionic Resonators. I'll take another Oath. By another Oath, I mean my first Oath. And you largely see the deck here. It's going to be 9/9, 18 lands, cut a sensory deprivation, and this Oath. And that's what it's going to be, 9/9. That'll allow me to play pretty much everything. Yeah. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. I'll see you in the first round. Or, well, after deck construction, just so we get a look at it. And actually, I lied. I forgot about the Mutavault, so it's actually 9/8. A 9/8 split with the Mutavault being the 18th land. I think this is going to be pretty sweet. It's going to be a little rough if I face anyone super aggressive. But, well, it's this kind of thing. Splash the Shock. That's the Shock splash worthy. You know, because what do? Cut Mutavault, add Shock, and then cut 2 lands for Shock. No, I think the 18 lands are actually going to be somewhat better, considering I do have such beef at the top end. Alright, well, see you in round 1.